Manchester United could be entering the most important transfer window of the last decade. After years of failed projects, expensive signings that never worked and seasons that pushed the club further away from Europe's elite, the board finally seems ready for a real rebuild. And what makes this even more shocking is the level of players now being linked with Old Trafford. Tonali, Ederson, Baleba, players whose combined transfer fees could easily surpass €200 million. At the same time, some of the biggest names in the current squad may be entering their final months at Manchester United, including Casemiro, Harry Maguire and Luke Shaw. But there's one detail making this situation even more intense. Inside the club, many believe this could be Manchester United's final opportunity to rebuild properly before falling even deeper into crisis. Because while Arsenal, Manchester City and Liverpool evolved over recent years, United remains stuck in unfinished projects, constant changes and expensive mistakes. Now, for the first time in a long time, there's a feeling that something might actually be changing. And it all starts in midfield. Casemiro has become one of the biggest internal discussions at the club. Despite the enormous respect for everything he achieved at Real Madrid, there's a growing belief that United now need more mobility, more physical intensity and more aggressive pressing to compete at the highest level of the Premier League again. On top of that, his salary, reportedly over £350,000 per week, has become a major factor in the club's financial planning moving forward. And this is exactly where Sandro Tonali enters the conversation. According to reports from England and sources close to the situation, Manchester United are closely monitoring the Italian midfielder. Any potential deal with Newcastle would be extremely difficult, with the price likely exceeding €100 million. But internally, Tonali is seen as the perfect profile for this new United project. Intensity, leadership, tactical intelligence, control, the kind of midfielder capable of changing the entire rhythm of a team. Imagine Bruno Fernandes playing with more freedom near the final third while Tonali controls the midfield behind him. That's the type of balance United have desperately lacked in recent years. But what's even more interesting is that Tonali may not be the club's only major midfield target. Another name gaining serious momentum behind the scenes is Ederson from Atalanta. And honestly, this move might make even more sense financially and tactically. The Brazilian is viewed internally as a player built for Premier League football. He presses aggressively, covers massive spaces, wins duels consistently and maintains intensity for the full 90 minutes. Sources suggest Atalanta could be willing to negotiate for a fee between €55 and €65 million, making the deal significantly more realistic than a move for Tonali. Some people inside the club even believe Ederson perfectly represents the new direction Manchester United want to follow. Less marketing, less superstar culture, more collective intensity, more competitiveness, more hunger. But the rebuild isn't only about immediate impact. Manchester United are also thinking about the future. And that's where Carlos Baleba enters the picture. The Brighton midfielder is considered one of the most promising young talents in the Premier League. And when a player shines at Brighton, the entire football world pays attention, because the club has built a reputation for identifying elite-level talent before anyone else. Baleba combines physical strength, explosiveness, aggression, and composure under pressure. Many United fans already see him as a potential long-term leader in midfield. The problem, however, is Brighton's valuation. Internally, it's believed the price could rise beyond €70 million due to the player's enormous potential. And this shows how serious Manchester United are becoming about this rebuild. The club wants experience, energy, and long-term stability. But midfield isn't the only concern. The attack is also under heavy evaluation, especially after another inconsistent season in front of goal. One name beginning to appear more frequently is Mikel Oyarzabal. The Spanish forward is viewed as an intelligent and tactically versatile player who can operate centrally, play wide, create chances, and contribute defensively. A potential deal could cost around €50 million depending on market conditions. And maybe that's the biggest sign of change happening inside Manchester United right now. For the first time in years, the club appears more focused on building a functional team than simply chasing big commercial names. Meanwhile, uncertainty continues around several current players. Harry Maguire still doesn't have guaranteed long-term security. Luke Shaw continues struggling with physical issues. And even players once considered untouchable now understand that nobody's place is completely safe anymore. Manchester United seem ready for difficult decisions. Because in reality, the club's biggest problem was never money. United spent hundreds of millions trying to return to the top. The real issue was identity, direction, continuity. The club lost the feeling of what Manchester United was supposed to represent. But now, something feels different. There's pressure, there's urgency, and there's finally a sense that Old Trafford could be preparing for a genuine new era. The question is, will these signings be enough to bring Manchester United back among Europe's elite once again? Or are we about to witness another failed rebuild? Now I want your opinion. Which signing would change Manchester United the most? Tonali? Ederson? Baleba? Or is there another perfect name for this new era at Old Trafford? Leave your thoughts in the comments and subscribe to the channel because this transfer window could become one of the most important in modern Manchester United history. Because at Manchester United, rebuilds are never just about football. They are about restoring the identity of the biggest club in England.